The Nanny is one of the most mysterious characters in Garten of BanBan. We first see her in BanBan 6, where she attacks the player out of nowhere. Since then, she hasn't been seen in any later games, not even in trailers, wall art, or case files. It's almost as if she was never real in the first place. But we know that's not true. So where did she go? Why did she only appear for a few seconds in the entire series? And could she secretly be more important than we think? In BanBan 6, after completing the conveyor pipe parkour, we suddenly see the Nanny sneaking toward the player. The player freezes in place, completely unable to move, as she slowly approaches. Then, out of nowhere, she jump scares us. But after that moment, she completely vanishes. Unlike most other characters, she has no posters, no case files, and no further appearances in the series. Some players believe that this means the Nanny was never real, that she was just a hallucination. And honestly, that theory does make some sense. When this scene happens, the player is 5 floors below the ground, in an area with no ventilation, no sunlight, and the conditions are horrible. And it's possible that the player was simply hallucinating. If that's the case, then the Nanny never actually existed. That would explain why we never see her again, and why she has no wall art or case file anywhere in the kindergarten. But here's the problem. Right after the Nanny jump scares the player, we see a book on a table. If we try to interact with it, we get a weird message. You feel strange. This means that something is stopping us from opening the book. But why? If the Nanny was just a hallucination, why would the game leave behind something so suspicious? This suggests that the Nanny wasn't just some illusion. She was real. Now, you might be thinking, but she doesn't have a case file or a wall art, so she must not exist. Well, that's not exactly true. There are multiple characters in Garten of BanBan who also don't have any case files or wall art, and yet they clearly exist. Take Zolphius, for example. He is a massive creature that appears in multiple games, but we have never seen any official wall art quote of him inside the kindergarten. And then there's Ramambam, another character with no official artwork. So just because a character doesn't have these things doesn't mean they don't exist. But here's where things get even more interesting. Some theories suggest that the Nanny could actually be part of the mutant family. We already know that the kindergarten is full of experiments gone wrong, and some creatures don't seem to fit into any of the usual categories. Could the Nanny be one of these special cases? Maybe she's a failed experiment, or maybe she was never meant to be seen in the first place. If she truly is part of the mutant family, that could explain why she has been kept a secret and why the developers made sure that she was barely in the game. But still, we have no official confirmation about any of this. The Euphoric brothers have never talked about the Nanny, never hinted at her return, and never explained why she was there in the first place. It's almost like she was deliberately left as a mystery, something for players to figure out on their own. But what if that's because she plays an important role in the future? Maybe BanBan 8 or another upcoming chapter will finally explain who she really is. So, was the Nanny just a hallucination? Or is she part of a bigger secret that we just don't understand yet? One thing is for sure, the Euphoric brothers didn't add her for no reason. Something big is being hidden, and we'll just have to wait to find out the truth. And if you want to solve another big mystery, click on this end screen video where I uncover the truth about Captain Fiddles and why he has been missing for so long.